So belchy. Ah! Who the fuck is talking to me? I saw a notification on on Discord, and I said, "What do you want?" Oh my god, it's a fucking Magic server I'm in. They ping like every hour on the hour. Do you want to play? 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 No, it's not yours. It's not your LGS's, no. It's no, it's not you. I know. Once it gets dark, I'm gonna open my windows because I like that cold nighttime breeze. Oh, it's been so fucking nice. Bitch. That ingrown hair is gonna fucking irk me. Right inside my nostril. I fucking... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's bothering? That's bothering you? Kill yourself. Oh, God. Tried tweezers. I couldn't get it. And then I tried like the little like pimple thing that's like a circle that you like push down and pull. Didn't work. I don't know what else it would be. You heard nothing. I can see you and hear you. Hey guys, how's it going? What's up, dudes? Before we let's address the elephant in the room. Yeah, my mic was live. Yes, I do have an ingrown hair on the inside of my nose. And yes, it is very annoying. Let's introduce our players, starting with Lou.
Play Dolores. We both use she, her pronouns. And you can find me at Lucilia_art on most social medias.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you very much.
My best behavior.
You're doing great. You guys are fine. And Button.
Hello, I'm Button. My pronouns are they, them. Stop, I'm Bluebluebutton on social media. My Echinacea Belrose in this game, and when I'm not here, I'm over on Stealthy Elf Productions in Unearthed Inheritance, New World Rebellion, and Outlaws of Alkenstar. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey guys, if you don't know why Button's laughing, it's because of me. Hi everybody, my name is Alec. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me all places on the internet. Tales Archive, the Archivist here for Known Realms, Tolesh. I am the producer of content on this channel, such as Godkiller, Sinner Sacrifice, Stella University, and other pieces of content that will be aired on this channel in the nearish future. When I'm not here, you can also find me over at Stealthy Elf Productions. I play Finn Reese in Heroes of Asteria Unearthed Inheritance, and I also play Nrim in New World Rebellion, which, as of yesterday, the first of the 1.5 sessions with Isfit and Kaldor went up. Or we have one coming next week, so big exciting things happening in the Hysteria-verse. And yeah, stay tuned for the end of the month where we will be having our annual ElfCon event. We're all meeting in person at an undisclosed location, and we will be playing games, doing stuff and things.
Yeah.
All right.
My session 0 is 1 week before the game, and I'm so afraid I'll die.
You're gonna do great. You're not gonna die. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay.
But you're definitely gonna die here. Roll initiative. I'm kidding. Could you imagine?
Oh, good.
I want to air one grievance with Streamlabs because I got a notification that said your mic is muted and not being heard, which was a fucking lie. Because as Herzla Zephi made us aware of, I was heard.
Oh no.
We're picking up in the High Mage's Court. You both are privy to a message received by one Nikira, one of the spies of the Shadow Court, who has made High Mage Severian aware that someone, a teal tiefling wearing Scorch-style regale, very much matching the description of Zio, has been seen infiltrating Ironshore Prison.
Zio. Why?
Why wouldn't he give you word that they were coming?
I don't know.
Well,
I still have I made it back? I remember I was on a gallery.
Yeah. We ended with everybody getting together. You have the information that you gleaned from the mysterious Summer Eladrin. You have all that, but yes, everybody is together now. Well, who do we want to bring to Ironshore? It's not going to be productive to bring everyone. It's going to be quite suspicious.
I have to go. I have to see them. I have to understand why they didn't say they were coming. What are they doing? I don't understand.
Do you still have the sigil that connects you to where you can speak?
Zio, what are you doing?
No response.
Okay. 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 What? And you can see on Echinacea's face as they try to puzzle at what's happening, there is both a frustration that they haven't been communicated with, but underneath it and more deeply, an excitement, an almost joy at the thought that Zio has returned to them.
Yeah.
We have to go now.
Severian kind of looking at that array of emotions on your face and kind of seeing everybody puzzling on what to do, points to you, Echinacea, points to you, Dolores, and points to Lucien. We are the group that is going. Follow me now. Lucien puts on his hat of disguise and takes on the visage of a Winter Court knight, fully in regale, wearing the helm of an owl to elicit a higher standing. So he is flanking Severian. You two, Dolores, obviously in the disguise of the High Mage's scribe. And then Echinacea, you are in the disguise of a knight as well, correct?
Not a knight. I think a winter mage that
Okay.
looks like their mother.
That's right. Yes. Okay. You're in this disguise. You look like your mother, but coded as a winter Eladrin. Severian very quickly turns on a heel and starts walking to his teleportation circle, the one where you guys came in on in the lower sections of this building. He's explaining on the way that, or he explains further, this will take us to the highest portion of Ironshore Prison. This will give us time to collect ourselves and to steady our minds, as we will most likely see Nakira before we find Zio. Dolores, you are my scribe. You will not speak until I speak to you. Do you understand me?
Yes. Dolores feels like that feeling that you get whenever you're the next person to go on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
That stomach drop feeling, because
like
she's
that
realizing we've been in, thank you, a strategy zone. Last time she was in a prison, she was the prisoner.
Yeah.
What if we're walking straight into there, a place where they could lock us up forever?
I won't let it happen.
Is there anything I could... Do we have keys? Something?
I will get keys.
Like, you can see her, like, hyperventilating, remembering that feeling of trapped and thrashing, and...
It's... those memories hit you really hard. Fighting this changeling in the shape of Sophia, being knocked unconscious and waking up restrained, and waking up face to face with the Archmage Mordred Kane. Your senses kind of betray you in the moment, as there is a flash of that room. There's a flash of his face in front of yours. And what sends an additional chill down your spine is that last conversation you had with Sophia. The rage in her voice. The judgment, the sadness. I'm going to give you an inspiration point for calling back to that, because I really like that. But you're rocked with this anxiety. Severian kind of reaches behind him and pulls out a ring of keys. There is no cell there that I do not have access to.
Are there anti-magic cells there?
That was my next point. We cannot go into any of the interrogation rooms. There's anti-magic in there. Not in the cells per se. At that point, any sort of spell components, spell books, anything is taken away. So there would be no access to casting magic. So we have to avoid the interrogation rooms, which I will point out when we pass them.
Seeing Suvarian's competence helps the fear fade a little bit from Dolores' eyes as she nods, but still very wary.
Echinacea reaches out and grabs Dolores' hand. I know. I know what it's like. And I'm not going to lie to you and say that it can never happen again. But I will tell you that if you are ever trapped, it will not be for long.
Dolores squeezes their hand back and nods. Tries to put on a strong face.
Give me a performance check.
Hard about it.
Oh shit.
Be a bard about it, dude. Yeah.
That's a 9 on the dice, but for 23, because I'm a bard about it.
I was gonna say you can't roll lower than a 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strong face. This is not the first time you've had to mask your emotions in a time of great fear or stress or sadness. You do so with an unfortunate amount of proficiency. But you all sort of walk forward. Lucian, Echinacea, you're able to see through everyone's disguises, aside from Dolores's, because she is kind of made up of her own volition and proficiently so, but you're able to see through Lucian's disguise. You're able to see yourself. But you get this sort of like, to have true sight, you must also know what the deception is, right? You know what you are looking through, and your magic gives you the ability to kind of see both at the same time, to see the regale of a highly honored knight on Lucian Whitmore, and then the regale of a quite competent thief and now lord of Iothalor. So you're able to see both here with your magic, and you imagine something similar is happening with Severian. But you all kind of move forward and make your way to the teleportation circle, and you can see Severian snaps his fingers as two of the snow-covered simulacrum sort of shift out of the wall, these other pass walls that you've seen here as they begin to etch.
Ooh! I can see all of the pass walls now.
There's a lot of them. There is
Echinacea marks every single one.
Take an inspiration point. You get a lot. They line, like, there are these big portraits on the wall, and you can see those portraits are pass walls themselves, so you're able to kind of pass through those. In any sort of major room where Severian can operate, there are at least one or two.
Incredible.
So it is deeply impressive and kind of horrifying to see the state that he has put this bard at college in a very short amount of time. But with Simulacrum,
magic.
Yeah, with Simulacrum and other mages, you imagine a lot of their work is dedicated to this level of veiling and protecting and warding. But the Simulacrum begin to etch the proper teleportation circle when Echinacea, you get ascending. Hello, pretty bird. It's Monroe. I am nearly to Squall's End. I'll be there in the next hour or so. Tell me where to be, and I'll be there.
Holding on to their reply for Monroe, Echinacea looks to Severian. My final ally is an hour away from the city. Where should I tell him to go so that we can safely find him?
Eyes still locked on the teleportation circle, there's almost this this critical eye that he is monitoring the simulacrum with, ensuring that they are doing this correctly. So he doesn't even turn to look at you as he very quickly, my safe house. And he gives you the latitude and longitude of the location. And, you know, signs on trees, like kind of etched in Sylvan that lead to that direct location. And he kind of mutters under his breath, any competent individual would be able to find it with the signs.
Understood. Echinacea responds to the message. Conductor, this is Pretty Bird.
I like that. You can't hear him. He's just saying that in his car.
The next two words of the message are the latitude and longitude.
Perfect.
It is the safe house of High Mage Severian. You are not going to like him.
You hear Eadwulf, not through the sounding, but in your head. Holy shit, they're gonna hate each other.
Yes.
All right, I kind of like that.
You're such a drama king.
You're such a drama. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a bard.
You are a bard. I need you to do something.
What do you need?
Dolores's nerves aren't things that just she feels. As a shadow, I need you to observe every key on that ring when it is visible. And transcribe it to the best of your ability in this mind palace. I will need them for later.
You see, Echinacea, your shadow underneath you curls like a wolf, getting comfortable around your legs. And it slowly moves to the adjacent wall. And it hides behind Severian. As you can see it shift into a more humanoid shape. It's going to take some time, obviously, to just register these to memory. But you can see...
We've got time. This guy won't leave me alone. It's just as we go.
I'm just saying, as this is happening, you can see Eadwulf's hand on the shadow. His thumb shifts into a key.
Oh, I love him.
And then his finger shifts into another. So
cool.
He, just to paint the picture that he's dedicating the time, and they will be transcribing these keys to memory to the best of their ability.
Thank you.
Yep. Can you... What's your intelligence modifier? Is it 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a 32 on Eadwulf's roll. So he will get a perfect match for those keys.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Perfect. Bards. Oh my God.
Bards! Okay. Yeah, the expertise goes crazy. Okay.
I also have expertise in investigation. I high five my shadow.
Okay. But you're able to... Is there anything else you say in that message over to Monroe? Yeah, the latitude, longitude, where he's headed, anything else other than that?
The aforementioned dislike, and then...
Yep.
Thank you for coming.
Nods. He's already cast a spell, so there's no responding to this. But you can see him... The camera pans to Monroe, getting out of a car at the end of a road, and sort of snapping as it affixes itself as adornments to his armor as he starts to walk forward with a large duffel bag and a satchel full of equipment.
He's so spicy. I love this man. I can't wait.
All right. And with that, the teleportation circle is finished by the simulacrum, and you can see Severian's magic begin to take hold as he begins to cast teleportation circle through this space. And the magic begins to ignite up these flecks of ice sort of lining the wall as the magic begins to whirl, and you can see through the reflections of this ice a room that is not the one you currently occupy. Is there anything else you guys want to do in this space before we head to Ironshore Prison?
We've clocked the pass walls.
Yep.
We're being sneaky about the prison keys.
Yep.
It takes time to copy down the teleportation circle, but Echinacea notes that they have to do that as well.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and give me a general investigation check right now, if you would not mind.
21.
What's able to help you here in getting this initial beginning sequence of the teleportation circle is that it is surprisingly similar to Casimir's. The beginning circular sequences of the weave of magic. The only key differences here are the use of Sylvan instead of Common, but you are proficient in both languages. These are languages you know quite expertly, so you're able to kind of mark those down. So, okay. All right, and with that, we teleport to Ironshore Prison. The magic envelops you all as you arrive. We'll put you over on the map. Okay. You guys are going to pop up in this small room over toward the top right portion of the map. NPCs. Let me switch to my map portion. There we are. Okay. There is Severian. Where is Loosey Goosey? There he is.
My Roll20 is chugging along.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
Louis, you're muted.
I was just muttering about roaming around the Ironshore prison trying to figure out where we were teleporting to.
You can just drop me there for now. This is gonna probably take a minute.
You're fine. You're all good. You're all good. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Okay. So around you, you see a pretty well fortified stone room. It's a very small room, about 20 feet by 20 feet by 20 feet. Severian kind of lands in the middle. There are these stands of armor, not owned by the Winter Court. This is very clearly from the material plane, from the duchies of Driftin. They're suits of armor that have been here, and the occupying party has chosen to leave them. Severian looks at the lot of you and says, "We're currently on the 3rd floor. There's not much up here. The 2nd floor, there is notably more. There are some cells, but that is where a lot of the interrogation rooms are. That is where those who keep a watchful eye on this space rest and reside. A lot of soldiers and guards reside down there as well. As long as we do not enter the interrogation rooms, our disguisers should be safe, but let's, if we can, try to find Zio before Nikira does.
He didn't say where this person had been seen.
She didn't, but I can ask.
What do you mean, this person?
Zio.
I guess, yeah, fine. I think Dolores is picking up on maybe Echinacea, a little bit of Echinacea's skepticism on...
It's not conscious.
Yeah, so Dolores kind of calls it out, like vocalizes, like, what do you mean by that?
Zio, the person she'd seen. I mean, and you can see, what was that?
She was just agreeing, like, right.
You watch Echinacea kind of falter. I mean, sure, it could be someone else, but the description is so exact. I mean, it has to be them. I don't understand why they didn't reach out to me. Or you.
Or just stay with us.
Or stay with us.
We'll go see.
Maybe they just changed their mind and they didn't know where to find us. Maybe they were embarrassed.
Severian kind of looks to you two and puts his finger to his mouth, just instructing you to be quiet as he activates his sigil. Yeah, he's looks-maxing here. He's just... as he taps the sigil button, it looks like you popped out of the captions.
That makes sense.
Taps the sigil. Nikira, at this high mage Severian, we have arrived to Ironshore Prison. Can you please give me the last seen location of this tiefling individual? Yes, High Mage. Last time I saw this individual, they were on the first floor, and it looked as if they were making their way down to the cellar. I am currently on the first floor, if you'd like to meet and plan. He kind of rolls his eyes. He expected that kind of level of engagement to happen. But he sort of taps, I will confirm with you shortly. And very quickly turns off the sigil. So, we can meet Nikira, or we can continue on looking for your ally, which makes the most sense to you.
I think we should find Zio. But I'm not an expert in espionage. But
we don't know what Zio will say when we find them. I think if Nikira is there, it could be revelatory in ways we don't wish.
Exactly.
Okay. And for this person, just to... I know what's in Ironshore. Since I know Roll20 is kind of taking its time for you, Button, we'll kind of just go through on some like descriptions here and just do a bit of theater of the mind, if that works for everybody. Shouldn't be an issue. I'm not really planning for combat. I mean, we'll see what happens, but it's not on my to-do list. You guys walk out of this, you move down out of the room where the teleportation circle is, walk down a flight of stone stairs to enter an equally sized 20 by 20 by 20. This looks to be some sort of like towered portion of the prison. Here you see a desk to work at. You see papers on the desk which look to be notating guard rotation, and Nikira was the last person to sign off on these, so you imagine she has some sort of say over who's conducting guard and when and who's here. But as you guys make your way forward. You see the kind of expanse of the second floor of this prison. It is a wide-ranging facility that's not nearly as filled as it could be, and that can be for many reasons. But what you imagine, Dolores, specifically for you, given the conversation you had with the younger bugbear individual outside of the High Mage's court, the Winter Court operates purely based on fear, and striking fear into this occupied city, and ensuring that the population is afraid is what they are kind of working towards, so that, you know, to quell any sort of rebellion, to quell any sort of uprising. That is the plan of the occupying force. So there are not nearly any there are not as many people in cells as you would have initially thought. A lot of them are pretty empty, but I'd say as you guys are moving through the second floor to get down to the first, if you're trying to avoid Nakira's gaze, please give me a stealth check. And if you are trying to get an eye, let's resolve the stealth checks first.
I used an inspiration for 18.
18. Lucian got a 29.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna use an inspiration point.
Okay.
19.
19, and Severian got an 18 as well. I'm going to roll a perception check on Nakira to see if she notices anything. Since the rolls aren't as decisive, I'm just going to give this to chance. No, it's a 6 on the die. She does not notice anyone. As you guys are looking through, go ahead and give me a perception check on the cells.
Can I investigate them?
Sure.
Natural 20 for 35.
Ooh. Okay. Natural 20 for 35. Insane.
12.
12. Echinacea, you're falling into that zone that you often get when emotions are high. You've decided to become insanely calculated and focused on completing a goal. And that goal right now is finding Zio. You look through, paint us a picture of how you're looking through these cells. Like how are you approaching this investigation?
Zio is a rogue. Zio is tricksy. If anyone can get into these cells and hide in them unnoticed, it's Zio.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone can scrawl the ceiling, it's Zio. If anyone can use our field of vision against us, it's Zio. Echinacea is aware of that. Their eyes dart.
Your eyes dart from cell to cell, and you move quickly past the ones that are empty. You make your way toward the end of this first hallway, and the second to last cell, you see an older half-elven man. This dark complexion, beard on his face with a cloth bandage over the eyes. He is wearing some sort of paladin or cleric's regale. His hands are clasped together as he whispers muttered prayers to Ilthun, asking for wisdom, asking for guidance, asking for protection in this uneasy time, and also repenting for what you understand is a loss of life. He was a part of a stoked rebellion, and people died because he was not careful enough. And he has been brought here, imprisoned, and he is repenting with his god for that. With the list you have, you imagine that this is Brother Abel Thorn. And as you make it to the last hall, the last cell
Nope.
down. Oh, please go ahead.
Echinacea has been imprisoned. They know Dolores' fear of imprisonment, and they know what it feels like to be hopeless in a cell, thinking that they have made every mistake and that they deserve to be there. They hear Thorn praying. They cannot jeopardize this mission, but justice delayed is justice denied. So the very least they can do is give hope with the knowledge that tomorrow he will be free. They remember Aasimar not telling them anything about how they would be released until it happened. So Echinacea speaks in such a way that is consistent with what the Winter Court already knows about Echinacea's intended arrival as conveyed by Severian. They're going to subtle spell a message, tucking a lock of floating hair behind their ear. The petals that look like snowflakes drift on the wind as they pass by and slip through the cells as Thorn receives the message. You have suffered much under the yoke of a queen who is herself enchanted to do you ill. Take heart and know that you are not forgotten. Hold fast for one more week. Help is on the way. You're muted.
There's an initial straightening, an immediate straightening of the back, as for a moment, it's easy to believe that Brother Thorn assumes this to be the voice of his goddess, offering some sort of answer to his prayer, but that is quickly expelled from the mind as you just hear, "Who are you? Are you friend to the Mistress of Knowledge?"
More than that, I'm a friend to all those seeking liberty. One week. Be strong.
Thank you. You see the posture remains straight as another prayer begins. It is not one to chastise oneself, but it is one to ask for strength. And it is one to kind of buoy oneself in this tumultuous sea that is a day-to-day for the next week, but take an inspiration point.
It's not actually a week, it's a day. But Severian said Echinacea would be here in a week. So if a guard were to find out about this or read a mind or something, they'd think a week.
And Dolores, for you, with a 12, you see a woman on the opposite side of the hall. And it strikes you for a moment, and it keeps you from seeing anything else, because immediately she looks like Sophia to you. She has this cropped blonde hair, this strong, squared jaw, and a very muscular frame, but as you kind of shake that initial look, you see the attire of a blacksmith. Work that is very bodily intensive, What runs through Dolores' mind as she sees someone who immediately makes her think of Sophia?
She wonders about Sophia's fate. Is she still in the prison of the Magus Arcanum? Is she working with them now? Have they got her? How did she come here? It's guilt and bargaining and fear that she's found her, and fear that Sophia is also still in harm's way. It's confusion.
Kind of, as you walk down, are your eyes kind of stuck on this person?
I feel like initially, but almost becomes avoidant.
Kind of, everybody at this point hears like a clearing of the throat from that cell, and then a spit into the hallway. But the spit that is delivered, it's liquid. As soon as it hits the floor, there is this to it. Within the saliva, there are hints of ember. As this woman looks at all of you, can't bear to see the sight of those you've imprisoned, you fucking coward. Get out of my fucking sight. As of now,
Dolores has to take a second to realize that she's
in
she's like, wait.
At this point, this woman sees you all as her oppressor, and in clear opposition to the man who is praying for strength and praying for forgiveness. This woman is not lost for strength in this trying time. You can see that whilst everyone else in this hallway is unchained within their cell, they cannot afford to have this woman unchained in her cell. Anything that would give her leeway, she will take it, and she will use it to hurt those who are oppressing her. But in that, you see the fire and the fight well alive within Sophia, and you cannot help but have your mind continue to wander and settle into where is she, what has come of her, and what she may be doing at this point in time. Okay. You guys continue down the hallway, and Severian... Oh, please.
For expediency's sake, we don't have to roleplay it every time, but I do think that until Echinacea runs out of subtle spell, they will cast a similar message to each individual that they pass.
Okay.
Giving them hope for freedom in a week.
Absolutely. And a lot of those messages are met with appreciation and met with a cautious sense of optimism and hope. But you absolutely subtle spell these message cantrips until you reach the end of the hall. And that 35 is where you see something that kind of shakes you, that natural 20. At first, you look at the end of the hallway and you see a man, a human man, kind of locked away. But then your true sight takes over, and you see a summer Eladrin. The face of this disguise is a frown, but in seeing Severian and seeing others enter, there is a smirk that curls underneath the disguise. Dolores, you just see a human man. And Echinacea, with that 35 investigation, with that natural 20, they're wearing regalia not of any organization on the material plane. But you see a sigil on the chest denotating the Summer Court of the Feywild, one that you've seen on Uramil's cloak and on a brooch on his person when you met him in Lockhinge and saw him again in Isle Thalor.
Out of subtle spell, Echinacea will not subtly. They will just play with their ring and I think make a point of like tapping their spell book. They're now making it clear that like, oh, a wizard's doing wizard things.
Yep.
As they walk, not looking at this man, they look away. They look into some of the other cells that are empty, and then just sort of tapping like their finger away. Message Severian. There's a summer Eladrin in that cell pretending not to be one.
You can see, even though he is levitating, Severian is tapping one of his feet. And his hands are behind his back. He is gripping them as if he is holding a dagger. You receive a message back. Yes, I see that. This is new to me.
We do nothing yet. No suspicion. Whatever he's doing, he thinks he's winning.
He is wrong.
Yes.
You all continue past him. Severian continues in the message. And Dolores, you just see a human man in that cell. Nothing...
Just a guy.
Literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
Just a man. Hit him with your car.
Echinacea, go ahead and give me a performance or deception check with advantage because of the wizard doing wizard stuff, and I'm gonna have Severian do the same just to see if this spy gets any hint.
29, bitch.
Oh!
I'm a good liar.
So is
The other one was a 4. I'm glad though I had.
So is Severian with a 24 on deception. So it becomes pretty clear, and you both are very confident that this individual has not noticed any like micro expression that will give away your knowledge of his true presence here. As you guys breach the other side of the hall and make your way to another staircase, moving down to the first. Severian kind of shaking himself off after witnessing yet another spy in his midst. This is beginning to be a bit much. There are too many wrinkles in this plan for this high mage to necessarily be comfortable. He messages you, Echinacea. They must be taken care of before we meet Koliada. I cannot have loose ends like this.
You have an opportunity. Nakira is a spy of the Shadow Court. She is stationed here to await your order. At Summer Court. Spy, I have to imagine. I don't know why he's here. But I imagine if Nakira were to interrogate him in an anti-magic room, she might have opinions as to his presence here. A spy of a different faction.
We'll figure that out once we find your companion.
If you put her on that course now, then we won't be waylaid by her.
He nods. Flips the sigil on his chest. Nakira, you need to report to the second floor immediately. In cell 12B, I believe there's a spy in our midst. Summer Eladrin of the Summer Court of the Feywild. Bring him to interrogation room 2. Mark all engagement, and we will discuss afterward. Is that understood? And Dolores, at this point, you obviously hear Severian making word of a Summer Court spy, which, yeah, if you want to add anything to that.
What is Dolores is gonna look back and see what does the prisoner hear that and like do they react?
No, they don't hear. You guys are already downstairs. So you've made it to the end of the first floor. He made sure to do so out of earshot.
I see.
Just to, Severian's a smart guy. He's not gonna let this dude in on the fact that he knows that he's a spy. So you would assume that since he is speaking openly about this, you can be fairly confident speaking openly about your experience if you so choose to.
Suppose now that I have a moment, this makes a bit of sense. I wasn't sure when to bring it up, but whenever we had some time, went a bit gallivanting and spoke to some people working out in the gardens. One was a sweet bugbear who didn't want any trouble, but the other looked as simple as a winter Eldarin, it was revealed that like she dropped in disguise.
She was a winter Eladrin, and you two kind of made yourselves feel quite comfortable with one another, and she slowly kind of revealed that she was a spy with the intention that you guys had a shared goal.
I thought I was finding people with I don't know, I was just trying to see the environment of everything, and they revealed themselves to be a Summer Eladrin and a follower of Kervaith, and it looks like they're planning something soon.
Follower of Kervaith.
Is that right?
That's great. Right? You're correct. Yeah. You're absolutely correct. This is just news to
you. Know things we don't know.
Yeah. They're here on behalf of the King of Arvindor.
She didn't seem like she was alone. I didn't see anyone with her, but she spoke with the confidence of someone who had an organized team.
Well, given what Echinacea and I saw upstairs, you would be correct. The Summer Court is most likely here to ensure that Kervaith's plan and his hold on Kolianta does not change.
That stands to reason. Monitoring her.
Ensuring that our focuses stay elsewhere. Well, luckily for us, they do not know who you are. Or why we are truly here. Each of you here upstairs on the second floor where you just came from, heavy footfalls you imagine to be Knights of the Winter Court, and heavy enough to be heard through the stone, and you can start to hear a bit of a scuffle as the door, you just hear the heavy creak of a wrought iron door as they begin to grab this this Summer Eladrin spy. Let them handle this. We need to head to the cellar. No.
Hopefully, the Shadow Court's attention is... Echinacea says this through a message to Severian.
Yep.
Hopefully the Shadow Court's attention will now be on the Summer Eladrin, and not on us.
To keep them further divided from their cause, which, as much as it's a wrinkle, it's a welcome surprise. And even through the message, it is clear that there is an ice-cold expression on Severian, a face of a man who wishes to commit murder. He is quite angry at this development. but he kind of shakes himself off. We must go. And he begins down to the first floor. Anything else?
I think just sort of...
Please.
Sorry?
No, go ahead.
Struck by that look, Echinacea messages Dolores. This man cannot take... He... don't understand why someone would look at a good thing, something going in their favor, just crave murder.
I'm allowed to respond with message, right?
Alec,
If
you're muted.
Dolores can, she will try to hold Echinacea's gaze while she responds, so Dolores can really convey the wariness about what she feels with Suvarian. I think he craves control, and I'm not sure that he likes to give up what he has. And she looks around and wants more.
Echinacea, after holding Dolores' gaze, seeing her seriousness, gazes around the space, then back to Dolores and messages, well, he will have to give this up.
I'm afraid he won't give you up either.
I'm not his to give up or keep.
I agree. But does he? And she, probably, kidding on, but like, that's her warning of like, some vibes stank.
Stinky.
Put those buttons away.
You are in danger,
Aside from
Coraline.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as that expression of anxiety and confession from Dolores kind of rings through your mind, Echinacea, you feel through a passing Lucian just kind of grab your hand and squeeze as he's kind of been on the outside of all of this until like that's been said. And like he did when you guys got here, there's not much he can say to make any of it better, but his presence is being made known to you in just a very tight handhold.
Echinacea grips it. This is the session of messages being cast.
I love it.
We're in a space where we don't want to be listened to.
Yep.
I'm glad you're here.
So am I.
I hate this place.
I do too. I hate what
Remind.
they've done to this place.
It looks like it was meant to be a prison.
Definitely is still a prison.
It reminds me of the Arcanum.
It reminds me of Sunwall.
I thought it might.
The only difference is there's no Dr. Satoshi here. Well, He kind of looks in Severian's direction. Maybe not exactly, Dr. Satosh.
Mine was Casimir. And he changed. Maybe this man can change. But as he is, he frightens me very much. But, wizardry. It's a beautiful thing. And he wields wonders with it, and I am so conflicted.
You are allowed to be curious. And you are allowed to want to learn from someone. I don't judge you for it. And I don't think you should judge yourself for it.
You're incredibly generous.
No. I had that same confliction, that same conflicted feeling in Sunwall with Satosh and Nivian and Ileana. I suppose the good thing about this position you're in now is that you are not alone. And he squeezes hard. I will fight to ensure that you're protected. To the best of my ability.
I will do the same for you. More to the point at hand, Kanisha looks around. Tomorrow, these people will be free.
And so will Coliana.
Exactly. Through one freedom, the other. Justice for all. Liberty for every person here.
Here's to justice and liberty.
It takes everything in Echinaceia's power not to turn and kiss him. They don't. They want to.
He wants to do the same. But it is not mission critical.
It's not the time.
It's not the time. It's not the time. You guys continue onto the first floor, and as you do, that's where we're going to take our first break. We're going to take our first break here, and we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
They can see it here. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Okay. Another spy has entered the villa. You are all kind of moving pretty quickly through the first floor as your understanding is that this Zio, as you suspect it to be, is in the cellar. So anything specific you guys want to do on the first floor? You see more prisoners here. And I will say with the true sight active as you kind of move through, you do not see any more Summer Eladrin.
Severian leading the way, Echinacea behind. Echinacea will continue to cast those messages to anyone who is imprisoned. Our list is like 10 total.
10, and by the end of the first floor, you're able to hit all 10. And I will say, the spy was not someone on this list. It was a mysterious 11th individual. You're able to kind of account for 10. The spy makes for 11.
Weird.
Interesting.
Severian, what was that man imprisoned for?
He was picked up as a drunkard, yelling at the guard. Happened last night.
So slight a provocation.
Slight of provocation, yes.
You lock people up for yelling at the guard?
I lock people up for inciting any sort of resistance against the Winter Court's occupation, yes.
What resistance was incited?
The words spoken by a drunkard, saying
That's
that these
not
people
incitement,
should
Severian.
take their city back. Yes, it is inciting.
It's only incitement if something is incited. But clearly, he took advantage of an overzealousness, this spy. Knowing he could do so little to end up where he apparently wanted to be.
Yes, he played this very well, Dr. Belrose. Astute observation on your part.
If things continue the way they have, you leave yourself open to further... Oh no, my light turned off.
Oh.
You leave yourself open to further manipulation.
The finger in the retreat. You're good.
Surely you see the wisdom in that.
Yes, I do.
Does it? What's Severian's face? How are we faring on Severian's face?
Give me an insight check. How's that face doing, buddy?
How's that face? D&D Beyond is not failing me today. 23.
Very clear frustration. You said a 23. Very clear frustration. Very clear. The frustration is not pointed outward more than it is pointed inward. He's not frustrated by what you're saying to him because he knows it's correct. He's frustrated that he didn't see it until now. Because he has been tunnel focused, laser focused. And this is something that is very obviously operated outside of his purview. And he is kind of further. It's interesting because, like, yes, he is frustrated with himself, but you see him move directly into planning where someone like Kalen, for example, would kind of fall deeper into feeling bad about doing something wrong. So, like, where Severian sees a misstep, he says, okay, I've misstepped here. In being caught off guard by that misstep, I sent a spy to communicate with a spy. Great. Not my best move. He kind of circles the sigil.
No, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Echinacea is saying that those two spies will handle each other by the virtue of opposing spies not wanting each other. Like, that's not what they're pointing out. Echinacea is just saying, by literally just arresting someone for speech, you have allowed a spy into your midst.
Yeah.
Lighten the fuck up.
Ease off, buddy.
Maybe being a little fascist actually isn't helping your cause here. Maybe it's hindering it. Stop.
And he takes the no. Fascism bad.
A tautology. I'm gonna plug my light in now.
Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, Severian kind of makes that mental note and sees the way in which he can better protect the Winter Court while upholding its position. But like I said, you guys have managed to mark the 10 prisoners off the list and the additional 11th who you've obviously discovered was arrested last night. But you guys make your way through the first floor, and as you do, nothing really untoward. There are a couple guards standing watch. Nobody down here is looking to make any sort of ruckus. Severian does lead you guys to another sort of tower-shaped side room, one similar to where you entered through the teleportation circle, and it is just a circular staircase leading down toward the cellar. And he lets you guys go ahead of him, since you would most likely want to see Zio first, and it would be beneficial if Zio saw the party before they saw Severian. So who wants to kind of lead this? Luke going no, because Lucian's kind of in stride with you, Echinacea. You see as he sort of twists his rapier and through it casts Pass Without Trace. So you... Ooh! So you guys can add a 10 to any stealth check if you wish to make one. There we go. It just needed a second. My button sitting down, getting a hard. So if you guys want to make a stealth check moving in, you can add 10 to that. Lucian and Severian are going to roll stealth here. Just with the mindset of startling a rogue may not be the best idea.
I think Echinacea is... They understand that tactic. And they understand the wisdom of it. And there's this moment that I think, oh, Blue?
Are we still in disguise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hat's
would
a
it
disguise,
matter?
and you're it. That's true. Yeah. No, that's a really good point. Zio wouldn't.
That's the thing, though. If Echinacea actually thought it were Zio,
They'd drop the
they
disguise.
wouldn't stealth. They would drop the disguise, and
Yep.
they don't do either.
Oofa doofa. Okay. But you're not making the stealth check, correct?
I did, and it's a 25. Like I said, if they thought it was Zio, they
Yeah.
wouldn't. They do.
Damn. Okay. So 25 on the die or 25 with the plus 10?
Oh, 35.
Yeah, okay. That's okay.
Yeah, with Pass Without a Trace. Yeah.
Yeah. You were like,
Jeez.
what question are you asking me?
I was like, how do I get 25 on a 20-sided die? I understand. I see.
Lou, what did you roll?
It's a 27 with the plus 10.
Lucian got a 37, and Severian got a 22. So he pretty booty took us. But
That's a good roll.
It was 12 without the Pass Without Trace.
It's a good total.
It's a good total. But you guys make your way into this lower portion of Iron Shore Prison, and what you see is the sewer system here. You see a long pathway and the sound of flowing water sort of rushing to the southernmost part. Very tight area here. The walls are only about 15 feet apart, so you kind of have this like 5-foot breadth on each side to walk down. So you guys are moving very stealthily, and you make your way forward, and you do so until you're about halfway down this little hallway. And what are passive perceptions here?
Passive perception is a 14.
14?
Passive investigation is a 25.
Okay.
I don't know how you passively investigate. I'm not entirely clear on that, but it is that is the number.
Got it.
Your shadow is a wolf.
Yeah.
I just imagine he's always sniffing around for you.
Always watching. What about yours, Lou?
13.
13. As you guys kind of turn a corner, and it's not like a full corner. It's like the top of a rhombus, where bing, bing, and it cuts back down again. So you kind of turn this little half corner, and you hear somebody rustling through a bag, a satchel. You hear slight metallic dings as something hits stone, and you just hear, shit, fuck. They start kind of like picking it up as you continue to move forward. At first, Dolores, what you see in front of you is the back of Zio Marino, wearing the clothes that they were wearing when you last saw them in the Scorched Isle. Bent over, kind of picking through a satchel. Echinacea, what you see is an unfortunate revelation of the instinct that you've had since the news of Zio, or someone looking like Zio, made its way to Severian. You see a quick glimpse of your friend until it gives way to someone that you haven't seen since your time in Norfolk during the Gala of Innovation. Sleek, white skin with black marbling akin to a Rorschach test. Now with slicked back, kind of medium length, stark white hair. wearing light leathers, nothing quite fancy, and a red cloak around their shoulders, is the true visage of Vaughn.
What do we do? Is it... Is our cover blown, or... Are they here to help?
I
Ganesha
can't
turns around stiffly.
I can't help if I don't know what the plan is. Severian very quickly cuts in. You are not owed the details of a plan that you have butted into. Oh, he seems nice.
Neither of you are particularly nice. Severian simply understands that about himself.
He does, like, nod in the affirmative. Like, this is something I do know. Okay, well, how do I make it clear that I'm not here to fuck with your plan? Because I'm not.
Severian, we need to find a place to talk.
He messages you. It is the session of message. It well, it truly is.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to be meeting your ally in my safe house. Might as well just teleport there now. Circumvent the teleportation circle. I can get us there immediately.
Messaging back. I think that's wise. I do believe Vaughn can help us. With Vox.
He nods. I think having soaked in the enlightenment that you'd given before is not as quick to kind of bite back in a response. Is just taking that at face value and is not letting his irritation at more wrinkles in this plan get to him. Even though, similarly to you, he's quite frustrated. You know, but that's not taking priority over the plan. So he nods. He points at Vaughn. Come here. Now. We will be teleporting to a safe house. And there we can discuss and you won't be caught. Vaughn kind of like, all right. Don't fucking touch me though. I don't like your attitude.
These are the characters with the two worst attitudes in the campaign, but at polar opposites ends of the spectrum. Yeah. Maybe not the worst. There is wit. But like Vaughn is on the wit spectrum of like volatile chaotic, and then there's like volatile lawful.
Lawful volatile.
I'm just excited when Monroe gets here. Because Monroe's gonna
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Dolores doesn't know him. But
no, she's gonna love him.
But she's gonna be like, cook, fuck him. Anyway.
Vaughn walks up. All right. Stands for a moment. Yeah, we can go now. Severian just rolls his eyes and casts teleportation. As you guys land back in the safe house that you were in earlier today. Well, this place is a piece of shit.
All right. Echinacea takes a seat. I know that earlier we were drinking. They uncork whatever liquor was left over.
Yep. Lucian pours you a nice big glass. Pours himself one. Pours you one, Dolores. Completely disregards Severian and Vaughn as he sits and drinks alongside you. Kind of huffing like, what the fuck?
Vaughn.
Yeah?
I'm not actually angry with you. And I'm sorry for being sharp.
I appreciate the apology. It still is not very clear that you're not mad at me. But I'll take your word for it. It's just that face on your face.
I'm trying to keep character. My character's mad. This guy's so funny.
I'm gonna jab my elbow into Vaughn like,
ow! Who is this? Why is she hitting me so hard?
elbow. You know if I
It's
hate you.
metal! Ow! I'm Vaughn. Nice
Name's
to
Dolores.
meet you. You're Dolores? Sit
Yeah.
over there.
Don't tell her what to do.
She slouches slowly in her seat.
Get off of me! Severian flexes a finger and casts silence on Vaughn as they're just like,
Oh no. Oh no.
Severian's just, I needed a moment so I would not kill him.
That is certainly preferable than that alternative.
All of this is being said while Vaughn is choosing to stay within the silence and act like a mime and kind of like slam the door or like the walls of the silence spell just.
It's Vaughn knowing Vaughn can walk out of it and choosing not to. The drama.
He's choosing to be worse about it. Lucian does kind of. That's a chuckle escape.
Can Vaughn hear in there?
Yes.
No.
It won't. Yes, he can hear. He just can't speak. It would be deafness that he would not be able to hear from. We just can't hear him. He can hear us.
Okay.
And a reminder, Vaughn is he, they pronouns.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Vaughn. Your sibling. I do not know whether they are under mind control or whether they act willingly, but they currently stand in our way. I don't know why they would, and I don't have answers for you. It's hard to read lips, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm glad I couldn't hear that. So, what you need
He
to
said
know...
you're doing a really good job. Because Alec was impressed. Because I was just like, oh, you got what I said.
I think you have an opportunity here to take care of your sibling, to get them away from the violence that will occur, And if they are under some sort of sorcery, to break it. If they're not, I don't know what you want to do about that.
Chair pulls out as Fawn kind of circles the table outside of the silent spell. Severian drops it. This has to have been done intentionally.
Why do you say that?
Because I saw their body. I saw them dead. I saw it.
When and where?
This was back on Tolesh. I mean, we're on Tolesh. Blah, 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 blah. Idiot.
In Shanthier?
Yes, in Shanthier. Heading toward Alden Gate, where Sia was supposed to meet Try and his cohort of the Bright Fury Guild. I saw them. I held them. It was them.
I believe you.
I'm just... Why would they do this?
Who killed them, to your knowledge?
A group of Viper's Hand. And this was in retaliation to the threats made against the Viper's Hand that you all met.
Yes. It's just that it's not. Echinacea looks to Severian. The honor guard Hendil that Vox is impersonating. How long have they been in service, and did their behavior change at any point?
Their behavior has been quite consistent. They've been in service for the last 150 years. I'm going to make a history check with advantage as Severian to see if he can clock anything that sticks out of the norm in regards to Halendil's behavior. Oh, advantage. Okay. That is a 30.
Wow. Okay.
They started to eat meat. It's a small detail that many wouldn't notice, but most honor guard don't eat alongside fellow soldiers, so it's not something that would have been clocked by a large amount of the army. We all eat together at the end of the night. About 8 months ago, they started eating meat.
8 months ago.
Yes.
And Vaughn, you saw Vox die 3 months ago?
At this point, it would be closer to 5. Because that... Or no. Yeah, it would be 3. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, that's not consistent.
Vaughn kind of...
It can't have always been Vox.
Unless they've been planning this for a while.
Who would be if... I don't understand what you're saying. If whoever replaced Hallandale initially started eating meat 8 months ago, and Vox died 3 months ago, then it was not Vox who started doing that 8 months ago.
Severian nods. It would be a different person. The spot would have been taken. Maybe there was another changeling. This Vox was their replacement. Did anything...
But who is that other changeling then? What? How?
I don't know. Feels if that's an answer that Vox would have. What we know is that Hallandale has been compromised for 8 months. As of now, and at least for the last 3, Vox has been masquerading as Hallandale. At this
Scry on Hallandale.
Yes. You see Severian beginning to cast the scry spell, and we are going to content warning here for death, for mutilation, and for just macabre imagery. Lou just ooh. As Severian scries on Hallandale, the vision quickly shifts into a plane that is not the material. Shadow and black seep through the space as you land within a keep. Very visibly within the Shadowfell. And where you find Hallandale is propped up by hooks in a room strewn with bodies, all of which frozen. Walking down the room are changelings, all in Shadow Court regale, looking at the faces of the people hanging here. You see Hallandale, you see no one else from the Winter Court at this moment. You see Viper's Hand, individuals from the Viper's Hand. You see an individual wearing armor of the Knights of the Ebon Eye. You see someone in Magus Arcanum robes. And the final face that you see is that of a drow princeling.
Oh no. Does it look like Kaylin?
It looks exactly like Kaylin.
His twin? What?
The scry ends as Severian kind of shakes himself from that pretty macabre imagery. But it becomes clear that the Shadow Court has a specific set of individuals, these changelings, who act as spies and replace individuals within positions of power, particularly ones that they are trying to infiltrate. You recognize one? Severian kind of posits.
You've been looking at his twin for several days.
Lucian kind of... Caden. Oh, God. Well, now is not the time to break the news. We have much more important things to do. Lucian, very quickly, go fuck yourself. Lucian looks to you, Echinacea. I could tell him.
I can as well.
He puts a hand on your shoulder. You already have so much going on. You're already bearing a lot of weight. Let me shoulder this.
Let me shoulder this. Let me carry you. You're doing a lot of heavy lifting, Lucian Whitmore.
Make up for lost time. Your focus should be
I
on
concede.
Coliata and your memories. I can handle the rest.
Just let him know. Let him know that I'm not going to let him suffer there.
I know you won't. And I will tell him.
Thank you.
He stands up, kisses you, squeezes your shoulder, Dolores, as he stares daggers at Severian. Walks out the front door. Starts making his way back to the High Mage's Court.
The Shadow Court is sending changeling into the courts and houses of those they wish to interfere with, or those they wish to keep an eye upon. Coliata has already been interfered with.
It would be hard to get a read on the 8 houses of Zendrix. There's not really a open line of communication between their continent and anyone else's. Viper's Hand makes sense. They have access to vast ways of connecting from place to place. And a stockpile of powerful items. Major Sarconum probably just keeping an eye on.
Probably just keeping an eye on. They didn't want me using the Ragwar machine. They didn't want me closing rifts.
No.
They blamed some nameless entity. But the Shadow Court wishes for rifts to remain open for Vaymir to shatter the world. I suspect they may be doing more than simply watching.
Take an inspiration point.
Thanks. But that is a tomorrow problem. Echinacea turns around.
It unfortunately is a tomorrow problem. Vaughn just sort of... Savox is looking at people on hooks and taking their place.
Yes.
Oh, that's dark.
Yes.
I need to figure out why. It doesn't make sense.
Vox had no inkling of the Shadow Court? No interest in them? No dealings that seemed suspicious?
They were interested in Fae stories. I mean, we were changeling children in a world that doesn't seem to like or trust us. So, yeah, we were all pretty interested in the Feywild or the Shadowfell. Every one of us was. But that doesn't mean they were a part of some fucking cabal.
They are.
What if it's like what you said? What if they're under duress? What if they're not doing this because they want to?
They might be.
Okay, so let's stop talking about them like they're fucking guilty. And it's clear here that Fox is projecting more than anything. It's clear that Echinacea is being cautious, and that Severian is like that everyone here is being cautious, but Vaughn is contending with the fact that so much of their journey so far has been based on a lie, an untruth, a deception. And so they're trying to pick up the pieces and absolve their sibling and themselves of any guilt here, because the things that Vaughn has done in the name of this dead sibling have been quite bad. So there's a lot of conflict within them at this point, but it becomes clear. Yeah, I have to figure this out, and I'm not gonna fuck it up for you. I'm a druid. I can do a lot. Just tell me where you need me, please. I have to help them.
What capacity for divination do you have?
he says I can do a lot, and he's like, I can't really do that.
Real, buddy.
Sorry. What you can do a lot. Okay, what divination? No.
Echinacea, they're not friends with Vaughn. It doesn't feel right to reach out for Vaughn's hand. But Vaughn is upset. And Vaughn is justified. There's just a look of pity at them. We want to get your sibling away from a fight to come. And I think Dolores and Severian would probably notice at this point that Echinacea is still not giving the time and place of this fight,
Yep.
there is still a degree to which they don't trust Vaughn not to bolt once they get that information.
Yep.
It is our understanding that he will be guarding the Winter Queen, who herself is under enchantment that causes her to do wicked things. I would not be surprised if Vox is under a similar spell. I would not be surprised at all. But I would rather know than suspect.
The only way to know is to get to them.
Get to them and then do what?
Drag them fucking out of there if I have to.
Or you drag them anywhere, which I'm not opposed to, by the way. I like the idea of you dragging them away from a fight. But before that happens, I would like to know whether or not this is a fight that they intend to be a part of, whether this is their fight.
Okay. Well, until we know, consider me a fly on the wall. Quite literally, I can be a fly on the wall.
That's very cute.
Dolores is visibly uncomfortable that her role of being the pun creator is being filmed.
No,
Like-
Dolores! Dolores is like, I don't like this guy.
Stop
No.
fucking looking at me like that. What did I do? Just the fucking...
This is just like
Stop.
energy right off the bat.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it. That's all.
I love that. Okay, well, what do you need me to do? I'm gonna help.
To your knowledge, what was Vox up to before Vox's death? Question mark. Whether or not it was a real death or not, I'm not certain.
They were working with the Bright Fury Guild to help them recover stolen items. They were...
What stolen item did they last recover?
The last one, they recovered some sort of mirror. Some sort of mirror that is a noble family in Aldengate.
Which one?
The Rissums?
Okay.
And you know that the Rissom family helped found the Solar Guard, the militia of Shenthier.
We also know that Rissum has... God, I don't know how I spelled it in my notes. We know something else about Rissum, but fuck me. Right? Okay. He has a Ragwar machine. That's what we
Yes, he
know.
has a Ragwar machine as well. The dots are coming together.
A mirror. Can I roll Arcana about a mirror?
You sure can.
Arcana. Bitch. Well, 19.
19. I will give you actually advantage as Vaughn begins to describe the mirror. It's some sort of platinum hand mirror. It's Almost looks jeweled. Say it's precious to the family. It holds their history. And did you roll with advantage?
25.
You've, in your studies of magical items and through some of the 50 years that have come to you in your research, you've focused in on an item called the Mirror of the Past, which allows the wielder to look into certain points of history.
All right. So either someone wanted that and waylaid Vox, or Vox used it and saw something. It doesn't really explain, though, how they ended up where they are. Okay.
What if they took it for the Shadow Court?
They might have. Even if they hadn't originally intended to, I imagine that is where it ended up. The thing that I'm trying to discern is Vox's intent.
We can't figure that out until we find them.
Echinacea looks over at the divination wizard in the room.
Severian's flipping through his spell book. Give me a moment. You see, as he just sort of hunkers down for a moment. And he is going to He is going to
Maybe cast divination.
yeah. I was hunting for the spell. Divination. Okay.
The spell should allow Severian to ask.
Mhm.
Echinacea will say this. Severian should be able to ascertain via divinatory magics whether or not Vox is acting of his own accord or not.
Vaughn looks over to Severian. Oh, well, hop to it.
Okay. He's working on it.
Severian's eyes are rolled back, but he somehow manages to roll his eyes even further. As
mid magical eye roll. There's also the non-magical, the mundane eye roll.
The mundane eye roll. You see as his eyes go white and a third sort of sprouts on his forehead, made of ice, as the room grows chill. As he calls out, Tequila, the god of knowledge, the god of insight and wisdom, to help him come to this conclusion. You see the room around you grows dim. Lights purple in nature begin to spin around Severian's forehead, each of which house an eye in their center, kind of marked by this staff-like crest, specific to Quilla's divine iconography. And he utters, "Great goddess of truth, I ask this question of you and humbly ask for an honest answer. Is the changeling Vox working with the Shadow Court of the Unseelie of their own volition?" The lights coalesce into one as it touches the center eye created by the casting of this spell, and Severian glows a bright blue purple and levitates from the space as Quilla possesses him for a moment to utter her response. His jaw falls slack as a dim purple light, hollow and ghostly, emits outward. The eyes utter the same glow as the hands just open up. You see in one hand is Quilla's scepter, and the other is this floating writhe of what looks to be ink. Severian's physical demeanor changes as Quilla possesses him in this moment. Yes. It is of Vox's free will to be working alongside and with the Shadow Court of the Unseelie. The magic shoots outward as a truthful answer is given. Vox is not under any control. They are not under duress. They chose this. Vaughn looks defeated. Their bottom lip quivers, but they try so hard to stiffen their upper lip and to keep that from showing. Yeah, well, now we know. So, looks like that's, to your point, Doc, that's a fight they're going to want to be a part of, if that's what they chose.
Vaughn. I'm sorry they did that to you. And it's not the wisest or kindest thing Echinacea ever said, but it is honest. They abandoned you. For cruelty.
Yep. Yeah. And I enacted cruelty in their name, so I guess we're the same. All right, well...
Only if you choose to be.
Yeah, tell that to the people I've hurt.
I'll get in touch later. talking about what you can do now.
What I'm going to do now is stop them and get answers.
Then we're agreed and aligned.
I'm gonna wild shapes into a winter stoat and jumps out the window and hides within the snow. Not going far, but being emotional in front of people is not what Vaughn wants to do. So he's not going to do it. Severian, very visibly tired by this possession, sort of just... I will keep an eye on them and make sure they don't get far.
Are you all right?
I will be. I just won't be inviting a god inside anytime soon.
That was so similar to communing with the gods. I didn't realize the overlap between clerics and wizards could be so strong.
There's quite a similarity in our connection. Magic is... kind of points to the flower that he saw Minri come out of. Magic is inherently divine. Not everyone is able to access that divinity, though.
Well, Echinacea also points at the flower. This one I think is available to all. That's what makes wizardry special. You're not restricted by bloodline, or oath, or worship, or the primordial forces of nature that let you turn into a stoat. The weave is there for everyone who would reach and touch it.
And that is why I love it so. He kind of cracks his back as he's just like, yeah, I mean, Echinacea, it's shocking to you just because of how often you commune with divinity, how often Minri reveals herself to you. You're kind of galvanized by your encounters with the divine. That is not true for everyone. Well, we still have another 22 hours to go.
We have time.
We have time. Dolores. Just checking in to see if you're all right. I've been thinking about you. And I wanted to apologize for how hot I left things. I was angry. Can we talk?
Glad to hear from you, Sophia. I was thinking of you too. I'm sorry. Last time you saw me, I was dog-backed into the corner. I was only thinking of myself.
You did what you could to survive. I don't blame you. Give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18.
18. Her deception was a 4 on the dice.
You can't hide her anger. She's no bard.
She is seething. And she definitely blames you for it. But right now, she's trying to get close enough to you to figure out something.
You alright?
Yeah, it's been a long day. Working with the Magus Arcanum isn't all it's cracked up to be. Pay's good, though. You okay? Where are you?
I'm alright. Can't say I can offer you better pay, but if you want to walk a different path, people aren't trying to fuck you over 8 ways to Sunday, you can reach out.
Where are you?
I'm not telling you that, sweetheart.
Now, why the fuck not?
You and I both know that.
You're talking about people fucking me 5 ways from Sunday. You looking in the mirror right now?
No.
Should be.
Alright. Look. You looked out for me. And I've acted selfishly, but I'm trying to right my wrongs, and I have wronged you, Sophia, but I don't think you're ready to really make amends.
I gave you everything I fucking had. You ungrateful piece of shit. Everything I fucking had.
And you wasted no opportunity to lord it over my head every time I tried to find my own way, my own freedom.
Because you don't know what's good for you.
You don't know what's good for you.
You know what's good for me?
Focus on yourself, Sophia. Get out of that, under that thumb.
I'm gonna find you. And when I do, I'm gonna fix you. Because, darling, you break everything you fucking touch. Your parents can attest for that. I can attest to that. Milo and Babs, they're about to attest to that.
Fuck do you mean?
Oh, you don't want to talk to me? We don't gotta talk. Tell me where you are, and I won't kill him. Give me an insight check.
$21.
Another 4 on the die. She's lying. She's trying to get a response out of you, to trip you up, to get you to engage in anger and to slip up. She, A, doesn't have the authority to just kill whoever she wants. B, she doesn't want to kill Milo or Babs.
Look, Sophia, I can't do this right now, but I can tell you soon. Can we talk later? And I'll tell you where I am, but I'm not somewhere safe. You shouldn't be where I am. Promise you that. 2 days. And we'll make a plan to meet.
Promise
Don't.
me.
I promise you we'll talk.
2 days.
2 days.
Connection severs. I'm gonna give you an inspiration point for that.
That gives me time to talk to my friends and ask for help. She's like, fuck.
You got so quiet.
It's because I scream.
What'd you say, sir?
What about now? Am I good now?
You're better.
As we come to the end of our session, all of you sitting within Severian's safe house, his sigil rings out once more. This man has already had too long of a day.
Another message.
He flips it over. What? And it's not Nakira, which stiffens Severian up. Mage Severian, we have someone in our custody who is seeking something that you told us to call you about if anybody came looking for it. It's the file. Sort of squints. Where are you right now? We are within the city. We can make our way to the High Mage's Court. Stay where you are. I will meet you there. He stands up. He looks at you two. Stay here. I have something to take care of.
What's the file?
It is a dangerous item. He points to the teleportation circle. I can send you back to the High Mage's Court now.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Please. Both of you are like, you think we're going to let you out of our sight, bucko? I don't think so.
It's like, that's fine, but you're acting shady about this thing and you won't tell me what it is.
21.
Yeah. 21?
21!
21. There is an air of seriousness about when he mentions this file. FHAIL, by the way, not file like a document, like a glass container for something.
The X file?
It's the X file, guys. Mulder and Scully are guesting next week.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, I'm gay. It contains something that is a danger to many. So someone coming to ask for it is terrifying.
Yes, especially given of the eclipse of the three. We have so far evidence of Kervaith's interference and Vamir's interference with the Summer Court and the Shadow Court, respectively. So if there is some sort of dangerous element to this file, perhaps the third of the eclipse is making themselves known. Agents of all three.
And with that chilling note, the camera pans as we glide through Squall's End to where a new adventurer enters the story. We will meet Angie's new character next week.
Oh, shit.
I take it all back. I'm
They're
wrong.
perfect.
My theory is wrong.
All right. That is where we're
Angie!
going to call tonight's chapter of Known Realms Tolesh. We will discover who is looking for this item and for why, possibly, next time on Known Realms Tolesh. You guys better buckle up. You're going to love Angie's new character. All right.
Oh my god.
So, before we head out, let's outro our players, starting with Angie. With Lou.
Rude.
Sorry.
I'm Lou. I play Dolores. We both use she, her pronouns. Again, you can find me at Luzelia_art on most social medias.
Thank you, Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Button.
Hello, I'm Button. My pronouns are they, them. I'm Bluebluebutton on social media. I play Echinacea Belrose, whose pronouns are also they, them. When I'm not here, you can find me over on Stealthy Elf Productions, or I play Cressida in Unearthed Inheritance. I play Shikapee in Outlaws of Alkenstar, and I play Amanita in New World Rebellion, who you can catch on the, oh no, I should have looked it up first, the 26th in there. It's session 0.5 before we get to session 2 of this yearly campaign.
Thank you, thank you. My name's Alec. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me here as the Archivist for Known Realms Tolesh. I also produce other content on this channel. When I'm not here, you can find me over at Stealthy Elf Productions. I play Finn in Heroes of Styria, Unearthed Inheritance, and Rim in New World Rebellion. Keep an eye out for ElfCon, where you will see the aforementioned New World Rebellion. You will also see a Tales Archived one-shot set in this city some 300 years in the past. So, yippee, yippee! But until then, we eagerly await the introduction of Angie's character, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Angie!
Goodbye. They're so back. They're so back.
Soon.